Hello, I'm Dara and welcome to Walton's Farm. This video is going to be a stock video. I'm going to be working with the youngest cattle on the farm. There's two groups of animals here. There's the suckler bred animals and there's the dairy bred animals that I would have bought in as calves. I have a couple of different jobs to do. Mainly, well, the first job is back clipping, and then we're applying a pour-on for lice, and then some vaccinating. And with the second group, the dairy bred animals, they're coming in off grass, and they're going to be dosed for worms and batched into different groups for housing. I won't be clipping their backs today. We'll do that another day. So I suppose I'm going to explain why I'm clipping their backs before we start into the actual video. It's winter time and naturally animals grow their hair. That's how they keep themselves warm. But when you put them into a shed, into a confined space and in close proximity with a lot of other animals, their comrades, well then the heat is they're actually hotter than they would be than if they're outside. So by shaving off their backs and taking off that hair, it allows them to regulate their heat an awful lot better. So you'd have less chances of them getting pneumonia, especially when you have very changeable weather when it's mild muggy weather, and then it changes to cold weather and back to mild muggy weather. That's when you get the real danger time of pneumonia breaking out. But when they can regulate their own heat, their own temperature by having their backs shaved, it cuts down the incidences of pneumonia. Now all they do then in cold weather is they'll eat a little bit more, and they'll ruminate and generate their own heat to keep themselves warm. The other reason they do it then as well is it keeps them a little bit cleaner, and when you apply pour-on, the pour-on works better. It's directly applied to the skin rather than on the hair, and you get a better reaction to your pour-on, and there's also less places, I think anyway, for lice to hide when you've all that long hair gone. And usually with me, one treatment of pour-on will last the winter here. So that's the theory and the backdrop to what this video is going to be. I hope you can follow it through to the end and you find it interesting, and if you do, please give it a like and leave a comment and subscribe and all the fun stuff there. And okay, we'll get into it. So thank you. So here I have my weanling bullocks. Call them bullocks because they're all castrated. They were born in spring of 24, and I have them out of their pen because I'm going to clip their backs, and they need to be done for pour-on for lice, and they also need to get a second vaccine for Clostridial diseases, mainly blackleg. I'm also going to move them to a different pen. I sold cattle last night. They've gone to the factory there, so these will be going into a different pen now that there's some pens free. They'll have more space, so get them clipped up and get them ready then to go back into that pen.
Let me take it.
Now they're all shaved, so it's time to get them back into the shed there. It's starting to rain after putting the pour on them for the lice. No point getting it wet there, and then it'll be no good then to get washed off them. So that's another job done. They're finished with now for the winter time. There's no more injections or doses or anything like that, so that one pour on should get them out to grass again, hopefully. Now we're still on the haircut and duties. Now these are the heifers, comrades of what I just had out there earlier. There's a bit of coughing going on in them. Now they're dosed, there were dose going in, so it's not worms, and they actually have got their 2 shots. They got they're covered for 2 different types of pneumonia with 2 different vaccines. So maybe whether there's just a slight little bit of virus in them, but they're very healthy. There's no snots, there's no sickness. So it's rinse and repeat with these lads. Haircuts, pour on, and the 2nd shot of blackleg vaccine. Nice heifers now those. Time to get them down the crush and we'll get working on them, because it's kinda, I thought you were all going to go down for me now. Typical. Now, a bit of gentle persuasion and a few F-bombs got them down the shed. So, just get them down there. That's kind of the thing with the crush. Hey. Wait, go back. Chancellor arm. That's the kind of thing you have to run them down to the back of the gate, and then to bring them forward again, so they kind of know the crack too. Sometimes it can be hard to get them down, but not too bad. The heifers now probably won't be as, tends to be more fire in them now than the bullocks, so they might take a bit longer now to get done, but I don't have as many to do, so about an hour now I'll push them through, hopefully. So when the scales is there and the crate is there, I always turn it on and run the cattle over when I'm doing jobs like that. So that's very good weight, and I'll be very happy with that. 377 kilos for a February born heifer. Now 2nd heifer in, 382 kilos, Charlie Cross. That's very good weight now for her. You know, I'll be very, very happy with that sort of weight. She'll be for beef now. Delighted with herself. So there's the little heifer. She's 222 kilos. She needs to be taken out of that group. She's too small. She's 100 kilos, maybe 140 kilos lighter than what's in there. So I think I have 3 of them there that are kind of light like that, so I'll take them out and put them with a different group, a younger group, a lighter group. As you can see, like, that's the next big heifer there, another big heifer. You know, they're all big heifers, so she'd only get bullied in with them, and she'll have a better chance of catching up. She'll never catch up on them in
in terms of weight, but she will in her own time. But if she gets a chance for the winter, at least she'll do what she's capable of, but not while she's in with them. They're just too strong and they'll get to the grub first. And so I have 3 to pick out. I'll just run them over the scales and keep moving. Now it's the next day. I'm just going out here to get my dairy weanlings, my dairy beef weanlings, Herefords and Angus calves that are weanlings that I would have bought as calves. I'm running a bit late there this morning. Had to go off with my mother to get a Christmas tree there, so do the important stuff first anyway. So look, they're on their way up to me. Why wouldn't they be? The father's in the Jeep. I thought he was inside sitting at the fire. Anyways, doing me a favour here now. I suppose he has them in for me there on the way up. So they have been out on a sacrifice paddock and going reseed the next April, and I had 2 round feeders with them. They were getting silage every day, so I'm going to bring them in now that pen's free, and get them all housed. I'm going to dose them, weigh them, get them housed. I won't get them clipped today because I have too much on now to be starting to clip into them. Now there's a few that are after getting out under the wire there, my father. A bit of a dose on me there. Sure, look, it'd be lovely if we could stay in bed there, but we can't. Get on with it now, get him in. There's 2 lads in the back of the electric fence over there as well. So I'll try and get all them sorted out now. But that's a bit of a nuisance now. Feckers. Now I have them up in the yard. One. See now they're not too bad now. They're nice hairy lads. You know, they were only getting silage and a bit of grass, whatever was going to grow in there. So they'll be divided up now into a pen of 30, a pen of 15, and I will have to let 15 more out because they're going into a straw shed, and I haven't the shed cleaned out yet, and I wouldn't put them in to a dirty shed. They'll have to get a nice clean bed. So I'll get them down the crush. I'm not going to clip them. I haven't time for clipping them, and so they're not getting pour on. I know it's raining a little bit, but they're on into an airy shed. Look, they'll be alright. There won't be any fear of them getting pneumonias now or anything like that. And I will get them dosed for worms. They haven't been dosed now since July. Now they did get a dose in July, and it's a long-acting dose that you apply in the year, so it actually works very well on the likes of them. And as you can see, like, they're very healthy. There's good old coats on them. I'll get them out another day now and I'll clip them, but the main thing today now is just get them in. Just get them in now and get them fed. I'll start them on 2 kilos a meal and grow these lads well now for the couple of months that they're in, and make sure I have them going out as close as possible to 300 kilos. Now, getting these lads, Jesus, there's always one that goes away. Go on. Getting them now they're a bit easier to get down. It's raining there now, so it's the good thing about having the covered crush is I can work away in here now in the shelter now. I can't take any credit for the roof on this shed, and my father put that up in his time. So it's a good thing to do. Makes, you know, you can go handle cattle in any weathers and no excuse not to do it, and you're not frozen or perished at the end of a day's working cattle there. So they're full enough now in the end of that pen. I'll have to push away the camera there, and so I can close around that gate there. The crush is loaded up. So what the routine will be: animal in, weigh the animal, enter it in the clock, dose the animal, onto the next one. Every animal will be dosed in the scales. They'll be dosed according to weight. I'm not going to be guessing it. I think the days of guesswork is kind of gone, especially when you have that sort of crate there. and every animal then is dosed properly. And the most important thing is not to underdose an animal, because it's a waste of time. You may as well be pissing it against the wall if you don't put in the correct dosage rate. And also you don't want to be overdosing. So we're just going a little bit over their weight, and just to allow for little spillages. So I'm using a hook drencher, and I'm just using a white drench. It's down the throat, it's cheap and cheerful, no frills, it'll do exactly what I wanted to do. Hit them for stomach worms, lungworms, and cover with a fluke as well, but hopefully they don't have fluke. Now, he's absolutely lashing it down there now. So I'll keep going, keep moving. I'll set the camera up there and you can keep an eye on what I'm doing. People have asked me about the crate and how I get on with it, but since I put in that crate, everything has been a lot more calmer here. There's definitely less giving out, less hassle. You just put them in and they seem to stay kind of calm in the crate, so I just open the gate. Sometimes then what I do is I just open the front, and that encourages them into the crate when they can see out the other side, and then close the gate behind them, and they're in there then, and they stay nice and calm, and you have their weight up there on the board, and you can do your dose, and there's no giving out and no assing and no nothing. Like, you get through cattle very handy. And now I better go on with her before she does start doing something stupid there. I'm just back out from the dinner. I'm going to divide up these animals 3 ways. The first split is bulls and heifers. All the bulls are going together and all the heifers are going together. And then there is the small ones are going to be taken out. The likes of her now is a bit small. And I think a small will be put in a separate group, and they'll go in a straw bedded shed there for a couple of weeks, and give them a chance then to build up, and then they'll go on a pen on the slats there when there's more fattening cattle fattening cattle sold, because where they're going in the straw shed is my calving shed, and I want that cleared by the 15th of January, so the fattening cattle have to keep themselves on target and be gone out of here by then. So I'll just get sorting them there now. I mightn't put the camera on time lapse now because it's gone cold and windy, and I want to get the job done there. So now it's 2 days later. I didn't get the video finished the other evening. I had to go to the doctor. As I said in the video, I had a dose, so the doctor said I had the flu, but I'll survive. So anyway, that's my cue to get on with things. So I'm just down here at the shed. As I said, we were breaking the animals into different groups, and behind me here now is the heifers. They're the dairy beef heifers, and they've settled in really well. I think they're just happy that they have full bellies, and they have plenty of fodder out there in front of themselves. So that's them anyway. They're in there. They will have to be, their backs will have to be shaved at a later stage, but I'll probably get around to it after Christmas. And these were the weanling heifers I had out. So there's all heifers in this shed. It's a 4-bay shed. It's open to the front, and plenty of grub up in front of them there. And these heifers also have a brush. I put that brush up this morning, and they figure it out very quickly that they get a nice scratch when they get in under it. You know, she'll have the nicest hair in town tonight now by the time she's finished scratching under that brush. So I'm just going to come to the end of the video now, and maybe it's gone on long enough and too long for people, but I hope you've got this far, that you found it interesting and you enjoyed the video. So if you did, give it a like and leave a comment, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. That's it, I'm a new channel, and I'm pretty blown away by all the views I've had on the few videos I've put up so far. I wasn't expecting that at all. Now I wouldn't be that naive to think I was going to get as many views, but I would like to thank everyone for their interaction so far. And we're coming up to Christmas. I want to wish everyone a safe and happy Christmas, and as I said, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.